Right, hello. Basically, I am at recording, and I know it's been a while again since I did my last vlog, but this one, I have decided I'm going to talk a bit about comedy, and not just stand-up comedy, because that's something that can go on its separate idea, blog. But I want to talk about basically the UK comedy, particularly TV series and things like that, and I'm really, absolutely fascinated by what we have in this country when it comes to comedy. I watch many comedies and I see that there are new ones always out there coming along, and I like watching some of the ones that come back, obviously, and the three comedies that I've been watching lately, the ones that are, basically on, or some of them are finishing today, or basically, soon enough. The first one is In with the Flynns. I've seen the first series and now I'm watching the second, and I'm quite happy with that. That's a fantastic comedy. I think it finished last week, but it's a fantastic comedy. I like that. It's a sort of comedy that I basically watch. Good old sitcoms. I love these type of comedies. It really is the sort of thing I want to watch. Tonight, I believe, is the last episode of Citizen Khan. Again, I do like to watch that. That's a good comedy, a brand new comedy that we only got this year. I believe In with the Flynns was the first time we got it this year, or was it last year? I don't know. Anyway, so again, two great comedies, and another comedy that I think we only got, or was it last year or this year, on Sky One, a comedy called Trollied. It is the most awesome comedy I have seen in a long time. Right, it stars cracking people. It's all about workers in a supermarket, and it's a cracking comedy. I really do love that comedy, and it always makes me laugh. And it's one of them comedies that I don't like getting interrupted, basically, because sometimes when I watch certain shows, I don't mind if somebody comes along or there's a phone call or something. I don't mind if people have the odd talk over it. But when I watch Trollied, I watch them with my mum. My dad, well, he likes it, but I don't, I always try and get my mum's attention. I don't like her actually doing anything. I basically try and get her attention, and if I know that she's missing something, I have to literally pause it and go back, because that comedy is so funny. I just literally want to watch it. I just literally do not like to be disturbed. I basically laugh so much at that comedy because I think it's just so brilliant, and it's the way that I love to watch many of the good shows that I basically like. It's the same as when I normally watch Neighbours, because it's a show that I love. I know it's not a comedy, but I love that show, and usually what I do is I watch it by myself, because my mum watches Doctors, and I watch it by myself, and I'm not being disturbed, so I generally tend to find that it's something that I'm very much interested in. So yeah, I love watching comedies and mostly the sitcoms, and I suppose owning them on DVD would be great, but it's whether or not they always come out on DVD. That's the point that we've got to make, because I don't think sometimes certain comedies will ever be available on DVD. And even if they're not, and you get these websites like Netflix or whatever, and they say that you can watch limited shows and things like that, I think sometimes they're a con, because basically they only put the popular programs on there, and even if I wanted to find series like Trollied or whatever, it's alright. But I watch a lot of comedy from the past. I literally will watch things like the Russ Abbott Show, Copycats from the 80s. I will literally watch shows that basically do not get rerun anymore. And finding them isn't so easy on the internet, because they don't practically have them always on these sites. It's a bit like Gameshows. It's another thing that I like. And I can't imagine that they're ever going to put a whole host of game shows on some website like Netflix, where you can watch game shows. I don't think they'd ever do that with it. I don't know. And it's the sort of thing that I do like to go back and watch some of them, because I see things like Crosswits, and I see things like Bullseye and Catchphrase and Strike It Rich, and literally the original series of Strike It Lucky, and I love them. These are the shows that I like to watch. reruns of these, you know, Byker Grove, Grange Hill, all these things are basically shows that I'm fascinated about, and I like to watch them. But it's never always easy when TV channels don't show them, DVDs don't come out of them, and certainly you don't get them on things like Netflix and that, because, you know, and they say that there's so many episodes of programs and so many series of programs that you can watch. It's unbelievable that people say you can find almost anything, and then you're like, but you can't, because I'm searching for these things but I can't find them. And usually when some series come out on DVD, they're not the ones I have actually watched, so it kind of defeats the object, doesn't it, really? What's the point in having, you know, so, and it's getting to the point now where once I've watched the ones that I'm able to find, I want to obviously be able to find something else to watch. So yeah, that's just something I wanted to talk about, basically, some TV shows and a few comedy bits and pieces and game shows that I watch and that. So anyway, bye for now.